Yeah, Melita Benz, German woman, invented the paper coffee filter and the modern pour over method. So, she was from, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, Dresden, Germany, um, and she was a mother of two, housewife, and she was also an inventor. So what happened was, coffee back in that day, I think it was 1907, because the patent was formalized in 1908, 1909. So I'm thinking she invented this maybe like a year before. So, 1907 to '08, let's just say there. Uh, Making coffee, she was fed up because you either had to use cloth filters and you had to wring them out, and it was kind of a mess. And anybody who has used like the cold brew bags can attest to that. So imagine brewing all your coffee that way, or you'd have to like scrape the coffee sludge from the bottom of because it wasn't filtered, because filters had not been invented yet. You had to like scrape it from the bottom of the pot, so it's a pain in the ass to clean. So like a lot of great inventions, it came out of frustration, right? So what she did was she devised a really simple and disposable filtration system. So she got a little, and if you look at the original invention, it does look like a little pour over, but like it's copper. So it's like a little copper pot slash mug almost, and then it had like a little bowl on top of it. So it's like this copper pot, which she was already using, and then she poked about 4 or 5 holes in the middle of it, and then she laid a thin piece of paper, a circular thin piece of paper over the top, put the coffee on the top, put the water through, and that was it. The rest was history. What resulted was a really clean cup of coffee. The brewing, chamber was relatively clean. She could throw away the paper, so the coffee tasted better. It was easier to clean. She was really onto something. Within 2 years, so again, about 1907, within 2 years, about 1908, 1909, her patent was formalized, and she set up shop with her husband and her sons, and they were cranking out paper filters like crazy. And then in about the 1930s, what had happened was the design changed. So if you remember, I was talking about like that copper pot. It was, instead of like this flat bottom like metal unit, the cone shape, which you see on a lot of pour over coffee filters. So this cone shape, that was pioneered by her as well. So like that and like the cone paper filters to go along with it, that came about in the 1930s. And if you've ever seen paper filters in a company called Melita, Melitta, that is Melita's company, still going strong today. So Melita Benz, thank you for inventing the paper coffee filter. So a little bit of coffee knowledge today.